Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to each one of you. And we are here today for this World Consumer Rights Day 2021.
I am very pleased to welcome Ms. Leena Nandan, Secretary, Department of Consumer Affairs. Madam, your generous consent to attend this celebration today indeed highlights your keen interest towards the elimination of plastic pollution and making the country plastic-free. I extend my heartfelt thanks to her for sparing her valuable time today for us. I'm also happy to share that Mr. Sham Jaju, chairperson of the Global Summit COVID-19, shall be joining us shortly, and he shall also be giving us a presentation today. I am also very pleased to welcome Mr. Peter Lemel, resident representative to India of the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, who will be sharing with us the German and European perspective on the theme. It is an opportunity for all of us present here to get insights on developments and achievements of Germany on plastic waste management. I think Germany is the country which has led the technological advances in the world by a huge margin on so many fronts. And this is also one front in which Germany has excelled. And it should be a good opportunity for us to have Mr. Remel share the German perspective on this subject. Our Honorable Prime Minister has announced Atmanirbhar Bharat, vocal for local. The government is promoting, supporting, and handholding startups to come into the front and work for biodegradable products. Now, that is something which is the need of the day, that even if it is left out into the environment, the plastic should be biodegradable. And that would be the best alternative solution to the plastic. There are startups who are working in very innovative manner for the plastic waste management. The government, of course, encourages all players, whether small or large, and is always extending a helping hand, which we really appreciate. There are several success stories on how Make in India products and services are known globally. We must make our Indian standards country-specific, but also adopt and promote more sustainable practices always taught to us by our ancestors and our traditional culture.
Friends, first I must tell you that I feel very indebted to PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry to induct a non-commercial person, a person who talks on public health and public causes, to head one of their committees and be part of their managing committee as an honorary member. I feel very proud because that's what demonstrates that how you can build a trust between the two groups of consumer organizations and the industry to work together on a common cause, which is in the benefit of the consumer. So I must put on record that this is the first Chamber of Commerce which took the courage to have a committee on consumer affairs. And I wish to congratulate the top leadership of PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry to take that initiative. Let's give them a big applause. Is well utilized, effectively utilized, efficiently utilized for your purpose. Friends, I am sure the beginning has started. In today, World Consumer Rights Day, it's a great day to start this campaign, like our Jago Grahak Jago campaign. When we started it in 2005 and 2006, I still fondly recollect. We were all trying to think where the money is going to come from. And then we got the answer, the money is never an issue or never a constraint in terms of resource. Money is always available. You need good ideas. You need great, passionate people. You need committed people. You need citizens who are entrepreneurs. You need citizens who can show the path. You need good bureaucrats. You need good politicians. Cutting across all political lines, in my 35 years of career in the consumer movement, I've come across several good political people cutting across political lines. Similarly, among bureaucrats, I have retired bureaucrats on the board of my organization. who were secretaries to the government of India. Why? Because they also felt that after their retirement, they must work for the community. Friends, I feel very privileged that I got this opportunity. I feel very proud that I got this opportunity on a great day, that is the World Consumer Rights Day. I send my greetings to everyone who is listening, live stream, in person, or virtually. That today is a great day. It's a one step forward to educate consumers in terms of environment, in terms of their health and safety. I would end by saying health and safety of the citizens is paramount. It should always prevail over profit or commercial interest. Thank you very much.
And fittingly, it's in partnership with the PhD CCI, with whom we have a history of more than 3 decades cooperation. You all know about the PhD CCI for the good work that it does, but let me take the opportunity to talk about a little bit of Konrad Adenauer Foundation. I think you have the logo here, which I'm privileged to represent here in the national capital of India, nation that is leapfrogging into the future under stewardship of a very dynamic government. So the Konrad Adenauer Foundation is one of the German political foundations. We are in India now since 53 years, and Professor Musa already met some other political foundations, so there are several ones. It's a unique system you don't find anywhere in the world. Let's say each political party has an affiliated political foundation, what is near to it, but independent. In our case, it's related. Konrad Adenauer was the first German chancellor of the CDU, and that makes Angela Merkel the chancellor being in our board. And we are working with many institutions in India. Since long, we always try to have a sustainable partnership, and 30 years of partnership, I think, speak for some sustainability. To make this a reality, the very ideas of growth and consumption need to be challenged. And it needs to start at the level of consumers, because with rights also come duties. And there is, for example, no right to have everything wrapped in plastic as a consumer right, I think. So the duties may be in the foreground in that. And Sri Mahatma Gandhi said simply, there is sufficiency in the world for man's need, but not for man's greed. So humanity needs to move away from consuming in excess and shift to consuming only that what is necessary to exist. Before I yield the floor, I'd like to thank our partner, PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for conceptualizing and co-organizing today's event. I'd like to further express my gratitude to all the speakers who are due to address the session. And I would also like to thank all the participants who came here physically or virtually.
I would also like to say here that it is most appropriate that the PhD Chamber, which stands for Progress, Harmony and Development, is actually discussing and debating very seriously how to take forward these various measures for tackling the menace of plastic. Because this is nothing but the need for harmony that is being kickstarted through the debate. The harmony between the need to build our businesses, to grow as enterprises, our manufacturing bases, our businesses. But how do we maintain the harmony with the environment? How do we, in all honesty and with all our conscience intact, tell ourselves that we could have, that there was nothing more that we needed to do in terms of the ecosystem we have put into place for our production and for our business growth? That is something that we have to ask ourselves. But let not the discussion stop. So ladies and gentlemen, today is the most appropriate day because it is the World Consumer Day, but consumer rights and consumer obligations both have to go hand in hand. And today is the fittest day for us to talk about how as consumers, we can make ourselves and each other aware of what is needed from our point of view. We have to demand quality of the product, we have to demand quality in the packaging, and we have to make informed choices How do we do it? What is the action plan? What are the responsibilities?
So on this International Consumer Affairs Day, let us all take a pledge to ensure use of recycled plastic and shun the single-use plastic to make India plastic-free country. I'm sure each one of you will agree to this. I'm happy to share that PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry is the only chamber in the country, as was brought out by our chair, that we have this Consumer Affairs and Public Health Committee.
You find plastic packaging garbage everywhere. Now, what is causing this? These are the flexible packaging material which are causing this. The flexible packaging material itself is not bad, but the way we dispose it off, the way we litter after its intended service life is over is the main issue. If the plastic packaging is very important for an economy. A country like India, the plastic packaging industry supports something like $500 billion to $1 trillion economy. It supports the pharmaceutical industry. It supports the consumer durable industry. It supports the chemicals and fertilizers. And more importantly, it supports the agro industry. Without plastic packaging, we would not be able to take the produce, the farm produce, the agro produce deep down the country to every nook and corner. And if you don't do that, then this will be the result.
This is one way, but I am thinking about the packaging because I am from the packaging field. Today, you'd see that any of the packaging product, if you say the consumer product, everything comes on a single plastic, or it's a single-use plastics, whether it's a pouch or the sachet or any product. Now, the whole problem comes when you start with the milk pouch or we start a container, which are coming as a single layer. For example, your milk pouch, that's not a problem. Our whole problem starts with the multi-layer material where there is a composite structure and what to do, and that is becoming a big problem. So if you really want to have a quality of the recycled material as per your prime material, we need to have a mechanism where you have to collect the clean waste material. And that's become today one of the biggest issues. As a consumer on the tackling plastic issue, I believe that we have a very important thing what we are looking for. We are looking for how best we can go for a biodegradable material, how we can have a compostable material. And I belong to a foundation. From the foundation, in association with the Indo-German Science and Technology Center, and also with the help of UFLEX, we are taking a project where we make the material, the polymeric material from natural cellulosic material with PLA, and that will be a smart packaging application.
Plastic is nothing that we can wish away because it is both a friend and a foe. Now, I come from food safety. So it is a great friend of food safety. Let me be admitting about it, because if I really want food to transport from one end of the geography to another end, it is a great medium for me to transfer it hygienically, safely. It is a great friend of the consumer in terms of consumer safety. We can come back, and if there is a small tweaking, of course, it has to be backed by scientific studies that the standards can be tweaked to allow something on the recycled. We definitely do that. A lot of things are in the work. We have a scientific panel purely on packaging now set up, which continuously works. And Dr. Saha very well knows the work on that front and tries to further either recycle.
In this quest of tackling the plastic pollution in the country, in 2016, Government of India framed the plastic waste management rules with a strong emphasis on the collection and then recycling or environmental friendly uses of the plastic waste that gets generated. And in that direction, all the efforts from the government in order to enable not only the citizens, but also the industry has been, all the measures have been taken.
That is availability of a sanitary napkin at the time of need and responsible disposal of the sanitary pads. I worked and the idea came into my mind for developing a vending machine, bringing in the market vending machine for dispensing sanitary napkins, which can be installed in any female toilets at public convenient places. And it can
इसलिए आत्मनिर्भर भारत की कल्पना करते समय एक ने बड़ा अच्छा स्पष्ट कहा है, जब देश को आजादी मिली तो पेनिसिलिन की दवाई लेने के लिए हमारे देश की हेल्थ मिनिस्टर कनाडा में स्पेशल चार्टर प्लेन करके गई थी और आज वही कनाडा भारत से वैक्सीन की डिमांड कर रहा है। अलग अलग देशों के प्रतिनिधियों की इच्छा व्यक्त करने के कारण ही हमने सोचा कि इस प्रकार की ग्लोबल समिट विज्ञान भवन जैसे दिल्ली के राजधानी में होनी चाहिए। बड़े बड़े डिग्नेटरीज उसमें आएंगे, कई देशों के प्रतिनिधि आएंगे, वो भारत के बारे में अपनी भावनाएं व्यक्त करेंगे और भारत सरकार ने सब लोगों के सहयोग से इस वैश्विक महामारी पर कैसे मात की, इसका भी एप्रिसिएशन होगा और भारत नई राह पर अभी चल पड़ा है, इसका मैसेज पूरे विश्व में जाएगा।